Okay, we're going to go for Fulham at home to Manchester United. It's a Wednesday evening fixture in the Premier League this week. Stop talking about Fulham. I don't know if they're in a similar sort of bracket to the likes of Villa and Everton, where obviously they're established Premier League side, but the manager's slightly under pressure and they're not kicking on as much as they'd like. But with that in mind, it was a massive win against Bolton last time out, 2-0 win. They did crash out of Europe, so Yol is still under a bit of pressure. So what do you think about where they are at this stage of the season?
I certainly agree with you in as much as the win against Bolton was huge. After, so not only did they go out of Europe, they went out in dramatic late fashion. They looked to have gone through. That would have been absolutely devastating them. So that was a big win.
So they would have used that, the fact that obviously they're maybe in the lower regions of the Premier League, but they're playing European football. But now that's gone, they need to push on in the league.
Yeah, it certainly does put even more pressure on Yol to get some decent results in the league. And like I've said before, he is a very good manager for Spurs. Everyone loved him. He was a very good manager. He got us to 5th 2 seasons in a row, and I think he can do it. But I think he just needs a bit of time. Obviously, Premier League managers don't get much time these days, but I think he would come with courage.
So, because they're now 11th in the table, so on the surface of it, that looks okay for them. But now it's a case of when there's a cluster of fixtures now, as this might be the decisive of where their season's heading. Well,
that's the thing. If they're 11th, Fulham fans won't be happy with 11th. They'll want to see everyone wants to see progression of their club, and they'll look to get higher than that. And I think they can do it. I think the key to it is resolving any issues with Bobby Zamora. If he can, I don't know what's going on with those two. They seem to have had a falling out. There's rumours he could be leaving in January, so he'll need to sort out and get his talisman back on the field.
Okay, they play Manchester United this week, so it won't be easy for them at this time to get push on. But you can't fault Manchester United since their Champions League being knocked out of the Champions League. They've won 2 comfortably. Ferguson has said he wants to be topped by the turn of the year. So what do you think about Manchester United?
Well, I think obviously with the win they got on Sunday, they obviously put some decent pressure on City. They went top, but only for City to respond. So it's not going to be easy for them to be top of Christmas. But I think they've responded so well since first of all to the 6-1 defeat. Obviously, one plenty of games row. Then to the Champions League exit, they've done well. But I think they really need to add in January to really have a chance to win.
So one man that's obviously key for them is Wayne Rooney. He scored 3 in his last 2, and he does often score in bursts, doesn't he? So this would be perfect timing, sort of, with a lot of fixtures coming up, with 2 points between them and City, with Ferguson saying they want to be top by Christmas. If Rooney can have his latest burst for them, it needs to be now.
He needs to be on top form. Now, before the goals against Wolves last week, he hadn't scored in something like 1,000 minutes, which is, apart from the goals against Galatasaray and Champions League.
Just does that, doesn't he, though? Obviously scored earlier in the season, he scored against Arsenal, and then since then he's been relatively quiet, and then he's pushing on again.
They really need him to be at the top of his form. They need to get goals on a consistent basis. You can't have any more quiet spells anymore. They need him, especially with so many players out injured, they need him to take control of the situation.
Okay, so we'll go for a prediction on Fulham at home to Manchester United. I think it's going to be the same scoreline for Manchester United in their last away game. I think it's going to be Fulham 0, Manchester United 2.
I think it will be 3-0 to Manchester United in the end.